It's it's only it's not even This is a bad intersection. We're in Ballygar. This is our second time here. We've visited it before on the Nore Valley Way. And now we're going to do the Hymany Way, of which there's a sign right there. This is one of the newer waymark trails, and it's part of the Ballygar Way. We had kind of not a great experience doing the Multeen Way, which was also one of the newer ones and also part of the Ballygar Way. So I'm a little concerned about that, but I'm sure it'll be great. Super flat. You might recognise me from such anyway, this is the first sign we've seen for the Hymany Way. The Hymany Way is part of the Ballygar Way, or the Ballygar Way. I'm very hungry. So, okay. So the Hymany Way is part of the Ballygar Way, which is apparently the longest way in Ireland. The Ballygar Way goes from here all the way to here. I think we've actually seen the end of it already. Don't know. Anyway, we started here yesterday in Ballygar, and we camped somewhere like there, maybe there, last night. This is only about 10 kilometers. And then this is what we've done this morning, so we're here now. We're gonna walk this bit, go into Ahascragh. Anyway, we're gonna go in there, eat some food. Gonna go there, eat some food, drink some coffee, and then walk on and finish somewhere outside of what is called Aughrim, I think.
Might interpret the place now the cars have passed.
So far the walk's been really nice. We only just had this long road section here, which was actually only about 10 minutes. But the rest of it has been pretty good, across bog and quiet roads. So it's still not like it's been totally fine. I'm sure this next section is going to be really good. Old estates are always really nice to walk through. And we'll see a lot of old houses and old buildings from this estate. I think we should move on, unless you want to talk.
Nope.
I'm starving.
Yeah, me too.
Taking off my bag, now my stomach's like...
This is the third golden mile that we've reached the finish of. There isn't the start, and I don't know what the local fascination is with them, but this is the end of number 3 apparently. Over like the span of 25 kilometres.
Why does it crop in so much every time? It is warm today. This is kind of our second day of the Hymany Way. I mean, really, it's, I don't know, yeah, because yesterday we only walked about 10 kilometers, so heat wave suddenly, and as much as I complain when it's rainy and wet and cold and whatever, at least you don't get sunburned. It's a very flat walk, this one. Very, very flat and boggy and a lot of road. It's fine, it's not a bad walk. It's not going to be a medal winner, I don't think, but it's something. I need to shave and I need to get a haircut. We're 15 kilometers into our third day on the Hymany Way. It's not even 12 yet, so it's not bad. We've done pretty okay this morning. It's been pretty overgrown, not in a necessarily a bad way, but when you have hay fever like Ellie does, it does make it a little slow to walk. Yeah, it's generally pretty good. Or at least it's perfectly fine walking. I think this one might be better if, for instance, we had a guidebook to tell us about the historical importance of various things and places, but we don't, so it's just kind of I wonder why they're bringing us out here, and then not seeing whatever it was. So we're only about 3 or 4 kilometres out from the next town.
Aughrim.
Aughrim?
Och, as in
Yeah, okay.
And then
the next town, which is called this, so we're definitely going to have quite a long break there. I have no idea where we're going to stay tonight, so and if the heat is as bad as it was yesterday. So the heat was terrible yesterday, and we only did about 7 or 8 kilometers after our break because it was just too warm. So hopefully it won't be quite as bad today, and hopefully the trail will be nicer as well. That's it.
It's kind of turning out that it's always in the most unlikely places that we find most interesting things, or meet the most interesting people, or have the most unexpected interactions. So it turns out that here in Aughrim there was a very pivotal war about the rulers of England and indirectly Ireland at the time. So there's this whole kind of centre for it that kind of talk you through the battle and how it went, and yeah, it was just a super nice experience. Thanks very much to the guy who runs it. You were really nice. Thanks to the coffee and the maps of the Hymany Way and the surrounding area. It's really useful to get. I'm pretty sure every county council and area makes these maps of the trails, and they're just kind of put in a stack in a random building, and it's our job on each trail to find that random building, be it at the beginning, the middle or the end. We'll find it eventually, but not always at the most useful point. But at least we've got half of the trail still to go to get use out of this map. So yeah, that was a very nice experience. Thank you, Aughrim.
So behind me here, this kind of geological feature is called the Ahascragh. So an Ahascragh is kind of sort of like a trail left by a glacier. A lot of sand and silt and so on is left by the glacier over a long, long time as it moves through the country. So that's what this is. So it goes almost the entire width of Ireland, It's kind of raised, it's kind of a hard sandy surface. So it's sort of up from a lot of the bogs and from marshy fields and so on. So they've actually been walking trails for thousands of years. So we come across it a few times on this walk. There isn't a waymark trail along it. Hopefully there will be someday. It's pretty cool.
Did you say that thing about benches? Like,
Oh, so there's a golf course on either side here, and it's kind of annoying that there's benches all around inside the golf course and giant signs that say private property no entry, and no benches out here on the trail. I mean, it's fine, it's just I would like a bench.
So it is 10 to 8. I'm like covered in sweat, walking in 26 degrees. And when you're sunburnt and you have to wear your jumper to protect you from getting more sunburnt, we think we might have taken a wrong turn. So Carl's gone a little further without the bag to check just where we are, because there's a road coming up. We're supposed to hit a canal, not a road, so really hoping we haven't gone too off track. Either way, we're probably just going to put up our tent here. It's a track, a very grassed over track, so it should be okay.
Manufacturing building or something. Something we forgot to mention earlier was the that this is the Shannon that we're sitting next to, and it's crazy because on the Cavan Way we saw the source of the Shannon. It was so unassuming and small and like kind of ridiculously unamazing, and it's crazy to see that it's this size only a couple of 100 kilometers later. It's cool. Speedboat.
Yeah.
Yes. We're in Meelick Harbour. This is our last stop before Portumna. We're going to camp over there somewhere. There's only about 15.5 kilometers left in this trail. This is what, our 4th day? probably.
Day 3 or day 4, I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends if you count the evening of Friday evening.
Yeah. Anyway, it was very, 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 very hot today.
Yeah.
And yesterday and the day before. To be honest, it's an absolute miracle that we got this done in only however many days it's been. We've even walked like 30 kilometers each day. So it's been interesting.
I think that it's not a bad trail. It just needs some TLC.
Yeah.
Like, it just hasn't been maintained. But like, we still have another 15 kilometres to go, which I'm actually quite excited for because it's all along the Shannon. So, like, tomorrow might be amazing.
Yeah, tomorrow is along the Callows, which hosts a lot of wild birds. Should be great.
Yeah, no, I think it's been great. Maybe a little too long. Like, everything that it shows you is really nice, but it shows you the same thing then 3 or 4 times.
We just got a look from someone.
That was a serious look.
It was like a...
But like, she almost fell out the window, kind of a look, and the window was closed.
We get a lot of looks.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I agree. I think it could do with a tiny bit more maintenance. I think maybe just a little bit more buy-in from the landowners.
Yeah.
We've had some nice parts through.
And we're not saying that, like, when we say maintenance, we don't mean, oh, you should, like, pave something or you should, dig up the natural.
It's just cut down some of the nettles around the stile.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah, less briars, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's just like 10 or 15 minutes every 3 or 4 weeks. That's all it would take.
More signage. So far there has not been enough signage.
Yeah, we noticed this on the Hymany Way as well.
Possibly half of it is just buried in hedgerows, and that might be a problem. But not enough visible signage.
Yeah, no, I agree. In this case the signage is sort of like follow the last sign until you actually have to take a turn. Where on most of the other trails we've done it has been a sign at every turn telling you precisely which turn to take. That seems to be like it's a better way, really, or it has been so far. But still, it has been really good.
Mm-hmm.
It particularly got good out of Aughrim. Before then was not bad, but if I only had one day to do this trail, it would probably be not the section from Ballygar to Aughrim. However, there was a lady in Ahascragh who gave us free coffee in her pub, and free apple tart. So
her mother's
thank you.
Like homemade apple tart.
Yes.
And a mug of coffee.
Yeah, thank you very much to the lady who owns the pub, which I've forgotten the name of.
I'll Google Maps it later.
Yeah. The name of the pub is here.
And she's doing Karen Tuchel. She's probably
this
done
weekend,
it by the time of this video.
Oh, indeed, yeah.
So
good luck.
congrats.
And
whatever, and however it went, I guess.
Yes.
Hi.
So it's the morning of our last day of this trail. We've only got a 15 kilometre section left, and it goes along the Shannon Callows, which is this kind of wetland that's very uniquely something. You don't. I can't hold this. My wrist is too sore. Can I bring it?
Sure, but what am I saying?
So, how nice it is.
Okay. So even though the sun is out again today, there's a lovely breeze off the Shannon, and we're walking along the ESB embankment. So we're just kind of like slightly raised, so we get a perfect view all around of the like different channels of the Shannon and the birds and wildlife, and yeah, it's really beautiful so far. It's it might be the nicest stretch on this whole trail.
We're super close to the end of the Hymany Way. We're less than a kilometre from Portumna. But this has to have been the hottest segment we've ever done. It was only 15 kilometres and I'm so happy we're not walking on from here, because I think I need like 40 litres of water to reclaim what I've just been sweating out. Well, where are we?
Portumna?
What are we gonna do now?
Oh, any food, liquid consumption in shade.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's the last sign. I guess we've made it into Portumna. I'm gonna get an ice cream.